Hi, good night to everybody on YouTube. Bonjour, mes amis. It's been such a long time since I did a video, but I was just about to go to bed and I just said something clicked in my brain, my busy brain. Um, and I just wanted to share it. Something just said to turn on the phone and to record the thought real quick. But I hope everybody is well. Thank you to everyone who's still tuned in to my channel. I'm not sure why you've decided not to unsubscribe, but I'm grateful, I'm thankful. And I'm also grateful and thankful for the people that have unsubscribed from my channel and have been honest with themselves and with me to say that I'm not their cup of tea, I'm not for them, and they separated and gone their ways. But anyways, I just wanted to speak really quickly. Um, I have a million thoughts running through my head as always, but you know the saying about shit. Why did I just go blank? Hold on. Sorry. Um but you know the saying about hurt people. I've always, thought that that was a crock of shit. That's bullshit. Um but I was just listening to something and something just clicked in my brain and I said, "Oh, that's what it means." So, if there's anybody else that maybe has a hard time ingesting certain things like myself, maybe this will help put it into a different perspective. It's my perspective, it's not going to be everyone's. But I always hear the saying hurt people, and you just think from where we're at. And the other day I was in the hospital and I heard the nurses they were talking and they were joking around, and they started to joke around about childhood trauma. And I'm sitting there and I'm saying, I don't think that's very professional because, I mean, we are in a hospital setting and there's just different people, different walks of life, and you don't know what you're saying and somebody's overhearing it and it could be a trigger. And I was just listening to this young lady, and then she said something, and then it's just like, just something just went like that in my brain. And I'm saying, I don't really think that when the saying is that hurt people is as an adult, but as an adult in a child's mind, there's a lot of grown people that are very childish, very immature, lacking emotional intelligence. And just because they're grown, because they're of age, because they have status such as being married, or maybe certain educational status, or whatever it is, maybe they could even be an entrepreneur. But they're immature as all fuck. They're broken on the inside. And I said, "Oh," just a while ago, and I was like, "Oh, that's what the saying hurt people mean." So it's people that, because I was just like, always like, fuck that, that's bullshit. Like, when people talk about apologizing and forgiveness, man, I used to snap out when people would talk about that apology and forgiveness shit. Because it's like, what does that mean? Like, that's so stupid. Like, that doesn't even make sense to me. It still doesn't even make any sense to me. But finally, this hurt people bullshit saying finally makes sense to me. And that's why I'm sharing it with you, because maybe my perspective, maybe, maybe will shift someone's mind, whoever comes across this. Maybe I know I don't have like high traffic on my channel, but maybe somebody that comes across the channel. I know I'm rambling as always, but yeah. So a lot of people that are broken children, people that have so much unhealed childhood trauma, people that have so many unresolved issues, so many people that what they call quote unquote mommy issues and daddy issues, abandonment issues and stuff like that. And when I think about you know, the boogie monster, I was telling the pastor, and the pastor was looking at me about when I was telling him about the boogeyman, and he's looking at me like, the boogeyman, like, Natalie, are you okay? Like, do I have to call the people on you? Do I have to call the ambulance on you to get a hug me jacket? Because I start talking about the boogeyman, but the boogeyman is real. And that's another topic that I wanted to kind of get into. I'm kind of gonna start going on a tangent, but that's something that I wanted to talk about on Halloween. About we teach our children, and we grew up thinking that witches are green, and they laugh. Hee hee. Well, some of them do, and they laugh, and they have the long pointy nose with the wart on it, and they have the hat and the broom. Well, some of them really do. And the boogeyman is just something that's in your imagination, that lives in the closet or underneath the bed, but it's not real. But that's all bullshit. A lot of times when children are talking about the boogeyman, that shit is for real. The boogeyman lives in our lives up until today as adults. You know, the boogeyman are usually the people, and like I keep telling people, there's no such thing as stranger dangers. I tell the people them in the church group, and sometimes they probably think I'm corrupting these people, but I tell them there's no such thing as stranger danger. The people that hurt you are the people that are right next to you, right next to you. The people sleeping in your bed, smoking with you, drinking with you, eating with you, the people that you're giving a space to live, the people that you grew up with, the people that are in positions of trust. No such thing as stranger danger. The boogeyman is that predator that's sleeping in the bedroom next door, that grew up with you in the same house, came from the same vagina. We train and we teach these people how to be the perfect predators, and we're the perfect prey. But back to the childhood trauma, right? A lot of this hurt people shit. That's what it's about. It's about broken adults. These fucked up adults that we see out there. And the reason why they're so fucked up is because they have so much unresolved issues from their childhood. And like at first when I started to hear about this and learn about this, it was just like I couldn't even like really even say it out loud, because I was like, I didn't really want other people looking at me like, oh my gosh, Natalie, you don't understand that. You know what I like? So it's like you just kind of keep it to yourself, and you just listen, and you just listen to what everybody else is talking about. You just soak in the knowledge. But it just finally clicked to me. It just finally clicked to me. The reason why so much people are so fucked up is because of just how like fucked up they were treated, or what they saw, what they like. And you just think like you get older and you grow out of certain things, you mature, you want better, you know, like you see other, you just have certain experience and you just like, yo, I want better for myself, I don't want to do that. Like I grew up seeing the lady that I grew up to know as a mother or whatever her title is, right? I grew up to see her working and going to school and doing. I was just like, fuck no. From I was how old? I'm like, yo, I just want one job. I just want half a job, Lord. No, two, three, like 2, 3 jobs. Like this lady would come home, maybe sleep for an hour, and like I mean, she's miserable. Then go back to work, and then she's at school, then she's at work, then she's at work, then she's at school. Like, who the fuck wants to live like that? So then you just like, you grow up, right? And you just like, well, I don't want to be like that. You learn from certain experiences. But then there's people that have it just embedded in them and they don't grow out of it. They don't change. They don't want to change. That shit just manifests inside of them and just makes them just basically just rot on the inside. That's why you see some of these people, like some of these girls, they have to fucking douse themselves in a bumbo clot makeup, wig and weave and fake body. And I'm not like, listen. Let me rewind. Hey, everybody that, like, I'm not knocking the girls that, like, yo, I can't be hot like some of these. Yeah, I can't. I'm not no hot girl. I'm not no hot girl. My foot them knock like fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting up there in age, so my breasts them drop. My lip, my body drop. Like, you know what I'm saying? My body ain't tight. So hey, I don't want to sound like a hater, cause but yeah. You ever hear like some of these girls when they talk about like I was molested, and then you hear like some of these girls that were molested or raped, then it's like that's the reason why they became prostitutes or whores or escorts, right? So it's like everybody's trauma